So you have to have a CRM system. Ideally, that CRM system will allow you, of course, to make phone calls, to efficiently respond to phone calls the way that most of them will get answered, which is a voicemail. And then, like I said, email is just kind of part of the game. But text messaging is probably your highest response rate. And so a lot of times when we're sending text messages, a lot of people are thinking, oh, people get upset. But actually, what we found for the most part is people are actually appreciative of the text message. It doesn't ring their phone. It doesn't interrupt their meeting. It doesn't interrupt their day. It doesn't interrupt their dinner. It just simply comes in as a text message. They can take a look at it. They can choose to do something with it or delete it, or to reply to you and say, hey, and again, this is why I like to keep it super simple is, hey, when's a good time to call you? And they can tell you. I mean, our number one response to initial text messages on age leads, the first one is, who are you and what is this about? Which usually we could follow up with a real nice, text message that said, "Oh, I'm sorry, this is Bill from XYZ Insurance, just following up on the rate quote that you asked for a couple months ago." And then they'll usually say, "Oh, okay," and then you can ask them, "Hey, when's a good time to call?" And so that usually goes pretty well. Or the second one is a lot of times they will respond to when's a good time to call, and they'll say, "Hey, why don't you call me tomorrow at 5, or why don't you call me, before this, after I get off work, call me when I get home at 6, when I'll be there home with my spouse, or and we can kind of make the decision together." So that text message is super critical, and far less intrusive than most people sort of expect, especially if you do it in a good way.